right, this is Jean-Marc, howdy, and I'm talking about the warning signs your B2B marketing is giving up on its goals. Now, let's face it, there is a lot to pay attention to when it comes to marketing. The problem is that not all of it will advance our B2B marketing goals one bit. At the end of the day, we need our B2B marketing to set us up for better sales. We're going to cover traps to avoid in order to better accomplish our B2B marketing goals. All right, so when it comes to B2B marketing, a lot of people get confused. They think it's just, hey, let's put out some information out there. I have actually been sought out by companies that showed me their marketing, and it was, for lack of a better phrase, just buy me, buy me, buy me. That's all it was. They just phrased it in new ways. Hey, we came out with a new what's it? Buy it. That's not how it works. But that's better than some of the stuff we're going to cover in here. So let's just cover this stuff right now. What are some things we can watch out for? First off, marketing for marketing's sake. It's a little dangerous in the marketing world. It happens because we are creative folks. Many of us have done things in the arts, we've done design. I was an English major, and a lot of us dig the stuff we create. We love to create art when possible. But the point of all of our marketing is not just so someone can feel good, it's eventually so someone will engage in a conversation and buy. And it's you see a lot of this lack of knowledge or awareness of what marketing is for by people that try to tell you they will get you traffic. They'll tell you either that you can just buy some traffic, or they'll tell you that, hey, if you get your traffic up, your sales go up. They don't understand that there has to be some marketing on a specific page or in a specific place that has to convert this person into a buyer. I did this myself. Back in the day, I was doing Twitter marketing. Excuse me. I remember I was sitting in a coffee shop explaining this to this marketing professional I just met. And I'm explaining to him, I do Twitter marketing. And he's like, I work as a professional marketer. How does anyone make money doing that? I'm like, well, you like get them followers, and then the followers go to their site, they make them traffic, and they buy. That's not how it works. I didn't find that out till later. But a lot of people do get confused about what it is they're doing, especially in the social media world where people are putting out lots of content. Even me, I'm putting out lots of stuff, but I have a general idea that what I'm seeking to do is stay in front of prospects versus just randomly putting out things for my own amusement. It's crazy some of the stuff we see here on LinkedIn. But let's move on to the next point. What's another thing that we can watch out for outside of that? Next is marketing that's always changing. This is a tricky one because marketing wants to create stuff. We want to create lots of stuff. Sometimes we like to create art. Here's the thing, you can't find out what's working unless you have some kind of consistency. I remember reading through some of the testing A/B optimization books a while back, and one of their points that was really driven home for me was to at least test your stuff for 30 days. That way, you have kind of a baseline to see how it works from month to month. So, if you have marketing that's consistently doing one thing on day one, doing something else on day two, it's going to be very confusing and you're not going to know what is working and why it's working. It helps to be fairly consistent. And this is not to say that you can't use new stuff that's out there. There's a lot of great tech that's out there, but it's better if something is not a bleeding tragedy. It's better to stick with what you have that you can actually track and figure out, analyze and figure out why it's working. Let's see our next one here. Marketing that's not buyer obsessed. Now, this was a big difficulty of mine back in the day because I was that artsy person and I wanted to produce marketing for clients that was great and creative, look nice, but it doesn't mean a darn thing if it isn't focused on buyers. And by focused on buyers, I mean understanding who your buyer is. Now that's not just buyer persona, even though I've written about it here. That's also psychographics of your buyer. What kind of lifestyle are they living? And you can find out simple tools like this, especially if you're location based. You should definitely use this tool called the Esri SRI zip code lookup with tapestry segmentation. The reason you want to use that tool is because it's going to allow you to break down your local area into specific lifestyle groups. So singles that are of this age range and live in this area. It's going to tell you who lives in the area, what they dig, what stores they go to, what they like to buy, things that they think are influential. Great stuff. I would also include not just your buyer persona in being buyer obsessed, but include your buyer's psychographics if you can get those. Now, what are we going to focus on with this whole B2B marketing thing? How are we going to make our marketing actually attract the right buyers? First off, we really want to get into our buyer persona and psychographics. Next, we want to look at our buyer journeys. So the buyer journey, it is debatable now if it happens this way, but here's the idea in a perfect world, is that there are three phases. There's awareness, meaning, hey, the situation's not great. Why is it happening? Next, there's consideration. Hey, I know the problem. What now? Then the decision. I know the solution. I'm ready to act. The typical example of this is you have to put up a great picture of your kid at their graduation with the whole family around, grandma and grandpa in the back. It's lovely, but you have this huge picture in the huge frame and you got to stick it on your wall, but your wall will not support it with any of these small little holes put in there by nails, so you're needing to go get a drill. So first off, there's the awareness, hey, this is a problem, right? This situation sucks. Why does it suck? Next, consideration. Hey, I know the problem is I need a hole. Last, decision. Hey, the solution is I need to drill. Now I'm ready to act. And that's when the person goes in Home Depot. She goes in Home Depot looking to get a drill to drill into the wall to put up the great picture for her kid and family. Now make sure you keep your marketing content fit and focus. It's very discouraging oftentimes when you're doing marketing and you see nothing. But that can often happen when your stuff is not focused. I've had it happen to me, and other people have too. It's a common thing if you're not focused on these points we're talking about. But the good news is, if you are starting with your target customer in mind and you're reaching your target market in mind, you can make valuable pieces of content that not only help convert and convince, but maybe stuff that's also artful and fun too. Because it's just about paying attention to people. And people are fun to chat with. People are a lot more interesting than what's going on in our heads. So this has been Jean-Marc about warning signs that your B2B marketing has given up on its goals. I hope this has been helpful for you, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace.